guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm back at it with another acting video. I know I say this every single time, but I will be posting more consistently. The issue is I've had so many videos that I filmed that I haven't had time to edit them, so I will be consistently uploading because I have so many videos filmed and so much in store for you guys. I am in college, so I've been having a little bit of trouble keeping up. Also, I just filmed a short film that I've been posting behind the scenes on my Instagram for. It's called Ivy. It's a romance horror short film and it's set in the 80s. So I think you guys will really like it when it comes out. I'll be posting about it when it's out. It's coming out December 18th. I'm super excited for you guys to see it, and I love supporting you, and if you guys could support me and like check that out when it comes out, that would mean the absolute world to me. Anyways, getting into the video, you don't care about my personal life. I'm gonna help you become an actress. And you may be asking yourselves, Audrey, you're not a famous actress. How can you help us? Well, I've been doing this since I was 12. I am in the acting industry. There are so many actors out there that are actors that you've never heard about. You don't have to be famous to be an actress. So I do know a thing or two. Feel free to verify anything that I say. Do your own research. I think that'd be the smart thing to do, but I do know a little bit of what I'm talking about. So these are just my tips that I've learned personally in the industry. Self-tapes, they are the wave of the future. I mean, that's pretty much how everything is cast now, especially in quarantine. So I'm going to be telling you guys how to get your best self-tape, because self-tapes are arguably one of the most important parts of acting, because you can literally book a role that will financially support you for years from just a self-tape. No callbacks, nothing. So it is extremely important that you know how to film these self-tapes, because I look back and I spent years filming them wrong, wasting great auditions that I could have possibly booked if I had just a little more information or knew how to get just a little bit better of a self-tape. So I'm very passionate in helping all of you not make the same mistakes that I made when I first started. Wasted so many years that I could have been spending doing my auditions better and make it more likely that I would have booked something. I am going to be telling you guys my tips and tricks for filming self-tapes, everything you need to know. And also I'm going to be talking a little bit about how to find self-tapes. So if you don't have an agent, it's very important that you're still self-submitting and finding your own auditions, because that's how you get better. And you can book stuff without an agent. So I've worked with Backstage in the past and love them. You guys love them too. A lot of you have been messaging me about how much you love Backstage. So when they reached out and asked me to do another deal with them, I could just not say no, because they're great. Backstage is an amazing website. Everything you could possibly need is on here. So everything from auditions that you self-submit to voice training if you're a singer, to acting coaches, meeting other people in the industry. Like, it's just all around a great site to use, especially if you're just getting started. So I'm going to show you guys how to. Okay, so you're going to click join now. Okay, and you're going to put your email address in. I already have an account set up, so let me just put in another one so you guys can see. Okay, so you're gonna put a password in, a name, you're gonna put all of that stuff in. So as you can see, there's different payment methods. I have a promo code that I'm gonna put on the screen right here that you get your first month for only $5. That's a great deal, just throwing that out there. So I definitely recommend that. Now I'm gonna log into my account that I already have made. So my absolute favorite thing about Backstage is it saves you so much time. Like, guys, I am not just saying this, it saves so much time. Do you see all of these filters that you can do to narrow down your search? So you literally put what type of roles you want, all roles. You put your gender, you put your age range, and you select your location. So I personally do not live, like, I would say Charlotte. Like, I live close enough that I can travel to Charlotte, so I would choose Charlotte. You just choose what you live closest to, you know. And I also am willing to drive to Atlanta, so I'd also look at Atlanta jobs. I would just, you know, you can say if you only want paid jobs or any, you know, if you're just getting started and it's close to you, I really recommend doing any. And then you can choose your type of project that you would like to be in. choose your type of project. So it's a really, really great thing to have. I mean, instead of just searching the web for different locations and different casting calls, it's a really easy way to just narrow down exactly what you're looking for, see what's on there, submit yourself, and see what happens. I really recommend trying it out, at least give it a month. It's a great way to find student films and stuff that are near you that help you build your resume and demo reel, which I've talked about in other videos. But anyways, I'm sure you guys are done hearing about this. You want to hear about how to film a self-tape. So let's get into that. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do when you receive your first self-tape is you need to look and see if they have taping instructions, because every single self-tape is kind of different depending on what the casting directors are looking for. So if it's a really big project, they have a lot of rules. If it's a smaller project, they really don't care usually as much. But like big projects, they will open your self-tape if it is not filmed exactly how they want it. If it is not titled how they want it, they just won't watch it. They don't have time. They have 50 of you. So it is what it is. You need to make sure that you are following the directions perfectly. I'm talking like perfectly. So say you're doing a big audition, right? Here are some examples. So these are the rules that I received for a really, really big casting company. They have the same rules every single time, and I kind of use these rules as kind of like the blanket rule for even like smaller auditions. I follow some of these even for smaller auditions, even if they don't ask, because it's just professional. I can't insert pictures of like the exact document because there is some confidential stuff in it, but I'm gonna read you parts that I can. So they tell you a certain way that you need to title your self-tapes. If they don't tell you a certain way to do it, then I would just title it your first name in all caps underscore your last name in all caps underscore the role name. So I would do like Audrey in all caps underscore Hope in all caps underscore whatever role you're auditioning for. Okay, so the slate for this one is you need to say your full name, age, date of birth, if over 18, please say over 18, your height, where you live, and a full body shot. Sometimes for slates they will ask you to start filming here, and as you're filming your slate, it to zoom out and show a full body shot. Sometimes they just want you to film your slate like this, and then at the end put in a full body shot. So for full body shots, you never ever ever go like this, pan the camera down and back up. You need to zoom out and get as much of your body in as you can while still being on your blank wall. So here is kind of a blanket rule for any self-tape. You always film your self-tapes in front of a blank wall. So it says, please tape indoors against a plain wall / background. Please do not look directly in the camera. That goes for every single self-tape that you ever do unless explicitly told otherwise. The framing, they want it to be tight. So usually it's just like this, here to here. That's like what I would go with unless told otherwise. Find a quiet room that has very little or no background noise. The wall behind you should ideally be white or gray, blue, and plain. So the ideal wall colors are blue or gray. So I film mine in front of a gray wall, just a plain gray wall. My mom literally painted her wall gray so we could film our self-tapes there. Try to position yourself a few feet away from the wall to avoid shadows. Don't film in front of a window. So your light, make sure the main light source comes from behind the camera since you want the viewer to be able to see your face clearly. Your camera should ideally be a tripod. Maintain a steady image. If you don't have a tripod, make sure you can put the camera on a stable surface to hold it. Okay, so basically what you need to do, you are going to film your self-tape. You don't have a camera and you don't have a ring light like me. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your phone. You can film a self-tape with your phone just fine. You're gonna set it up somewhere. If you have to stack stuff, do what you gotta do. You can also buy a cheap tripod for your phone to just hold it steady. But if it is moving or someone's holding it, that is just not, they will not watch that. So you need to find a way to have this sitting steady without it moving, just sitting steady, like filming you from here to here. Just a steady image of filming you from here to here. It needs to have good audio, it needs to be in front of a plain wall, and you need to have decent lighting. So you should never ever have the light coming from behind you because then you're gonna look like a silhouette. So notice how I'm filming with my ring light right here, so all the light's coming on my face. So you can use a lamp for behind your phone, anything that you can possibly find to just get light on your face. So the ideal self-tape should end up looking like this. I'll put little clips of mine so you can kind of see. I sometimes do film in front of a white wall if it's for a really small project, or just for like my manager to see like an example of what I'm planning on doing, because where I live, I don't have a gray wall, so I have to go to my mom's to film the gray wall. It's a whole thing. And just some blanket rules: you never look at the camera. You choose one spot, you look at that spot the whole time. Say there's 2 people in the scene. I'm talking to John. Pick another eye line for the other person in the scene. And when you're listening and talking to them, switch like it's real people. You need to really believe that there's 2 real people standing in front of you, and that's where they are. Choose somewhere very close to the camera, because if you're like, oh, hi, like you can't see your full face. You need to be like just your eyes. Even though your head's facing the camera, just your eyes are looking off. You know what I'm saying? Also, the person that is reading you the other lines, so you have your script, you have someone to read the other lines for you to read your lines off of, they need to talk quietly with no acting. So put them behind the camera. They don't need to whisper, but they need to talk less loud than you. Like, you should be the main voice that's heard. They should be just a blanket monotone background, so they're very easily focused on you. Another thing is, you absolutely need to have your lines memorized. If you're trying to film an audition and you don't have it memorized, it's gonna be painfully obvious and you're not gonna be in the moment. So just try to memorize it. It can be really long, I know. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, I think that's mostly it. If you guys would like a video on some of my self-tapes, I hope that I can like find some to release that aren't like copyrighted or confidential anymore. I could try to release some of my audition tapes. Also, just so you guys have a better idea. They're not great, but you know, they could give you a little bit of an idea of like what, you know, you should look for. Also, if you guys want a video on like how I prepare for a self-tape, like how I learn about the character, how I memorize my lines, how I decide how I'm going to portray the character, I could do a video on that. Let me know if that's what you want to do. Any other acting videos that you guys want, just let me know and I'll do them. Because I like helping you guys, and I wish I had all this information before I started. So yeah, main points: you film in front of a plain wall. I'll show before and after of like how I used to film my self-tapes and how they look now. Huge difference. So I hope this video helped you guys. You can do this. You've got this. You can be an actress. You can be an actor. I believe in you. Thank you guys so much for watching and for supporting me. I really do appreciate and love every single one of you. And I really hope this helps. Like, I just really want to be able to help you guys reach your goals, because it is a very confusing industry. So I hope this helped even just a little bit. And good luck. Go kill them with those auditions.